Okay, folks.
Hey.
G'day and welcome to another edition of the Advocate Footy Wrap. We're here at our home now, boys. It's our home, Ulverston.
Good canteen here at Ulverston.
Not my home, mate. But, yeah.
Rep Footy done and dusted. Back into the real stuff this weekend, about the midway point of the season. What are we going to tackle first, boys? The NWFL or the TSL?
We've got TSL up first. Should be interesting. Burnie hosting Launceston at Windy West Park.
Burnie a little bit undermanned.
Big Laycock going down. It's the thing about rep footy, isn't it? When you're off, when your players get picked, there's always a chance to get injured, and he has been injured. So
always nice to get them picked in the team. Shows you've got a strong team and a strong club. But then, you really want to see them get through injury free. And unfortunately, Big Smooth's gone down. Done the hammy in the first quarter against the Neefle boys, and I'm not quite sure why he actually stayed on. He stayed on for a couple of quarters after that, and then finally come off in the last. So. Yeah, no, big blow for Burnie. The most influential ruckman, arguably still in the competition. Big Johnny Morrison, Tyrone Morrison, going to have to step up and make the grade this week, isn't he?
Yeah, can they cover, Kes? Their depth in the big man department probably not their strength. I wouldn't have thought.
No, not at all. I don't know, to be honest, who Launceston have in their ruck style. I don't think he's, obviously we don't know who it is, so he can't be one of the best in the comp, but I still think they've got the talent and the depth in the midfield to win. So yeah, I can't remember the last time they lost at West Park, so Dockers comfortably still for mine.
Burnie at home, I would have thought as well.
Put Romaine in the ruck. So the big
man.
I reckon he's got some hops. I reckon he'd get up there, Romaine.
He'd certainly turn on a show for the crowd. He's a crowd pleaser, Romaine.
Could be almost a Nick Nui lookalike there. But anyway, Lauderdale are hosting Devonport, so the Magpies go down. Tough trip down there. Lauderdale, pretty tough team to beat at home. Devonport's road form.
Coley, you don't like their road form, do you?
Not the best.
Their road form's still a little bit on the nose. Thorpe's still got a little bit of work to do there to fix that up. I think Lauderdale down there, that's I don't know if it's the most liked ground in the world down there. A lot of southern coaches don't like going down there.
Jock McGregor, who's the Hobart City coach, had to coach from the back of a ute, if you don't mind. So hopefully Mitch, they've got a nice spot for Mitch to actually, he's going to be out in the field, so whoever the assistant coach is for Devonport, they've got a good spot for them to sit, not in the back of a ute.
Thorpe's right to play? Thorpe's right to play? He didn't play the state league game. I assume he's back. But
would have thought with the break he'd be right to go. It's one of those things you've got to manage, I suppose. Yeah.
Do we give the Maggies a chance, or...?
No.
No. Lauderdale are probably the third best team in the comp at the moment, I think, and they should get the chocolates there. One would have thought.
Moving on to the NWFL. Interesting now, Wynyard have finally lost after what was almost a year and a half unbeaten, so it's breathed a bit of life back into the comp.
Is it a loss they needed to have?
Errol didn't like that when I asked that question after the game, but I certainly would have thought it's going to just fine-tune them a little bit more coming into the finals. I think they're going to be that little bit better come finals now.
I'm a big believer, if you have a loss, I think it's a good thing. Honestly, I think it's a good thing. I think they went undefeated last year, but they were just so good last year. They've lost a few key players. Sharman wasn't playing here.
Nor Kabiki.
Kabiki, I think that makes a big difference to have him down there. They host Penguin this week. I'll be at that game. And calling for Coast FM as well, so tune in. Last time Penguin played against Wynyard,
tonsils.
They matched it with him. You can let me speak, boys. Penguin matched it with Wynyard for a half. At Pertek Oval, the confines, but then Wynyard ran over the top, had a pretty good win. You'd think Wynyard would be pretty keen to bounce back after that loss before the bye, boys.
Do you expect Peter Tellington to enforce those same tactics again against Wynyard?
I don't think you can on that ground because it's a much bigger ground than what Penguin is. I think you can play a bit of keepings off, hold the ball and play nice and tight. But at Wynyard, there's probably no place to hide. If you turn the ball over, you just get opened up.
It's probably a good thing they're playing 2 weeks after that loss. It wasn't. They're not coming straight off it. But Wynyard, the Cats will bounce back.
Struggled to get that one out.
Bounce back.
Bradley, you're at Ulverston and East Devonport, right here at the Ulverston Footy Ground. What can you say about this game?
I'm looking forward to the canteen. Always a good canteen here at Ulverston. But the game itself, Ulverston, put simply, Ulverston just have too much firepower up forward for the East Devonport backs. So East have got a couple of good defenders, Spencer, Chris Poole, but Ulverston just got so many more options up forward. They done a really reasonable job on Sculthorpe last time East, but then someone else pops up. Robertson popped up and kicked 9 goals. So I just don't think East have got the depth in their back line to cover all the Ulverston goal-kicking power, and I think the Robins should get a pretty comfortable 10-goal plus win here at home.
Would have thought so. Jordan, you're going to be at Burnie, West Park, for Burnie versus Smithton. Now, this is potentially the game of the round in terms of the closeness of the game.
Absolutely. Could be the first win for the Dockers this year. They probably arguably should have won there down in Circular Head against the same opposition about a month and a half ago. So I reckon Andrew Bacon will have his men up and about for this one.
The only problem I see with Burnie here is they're going to lose. You're going to have to need someone out of that NWFL team to replace Laycock and Johnny Holland, who's broken his hand. So I would have thought Jaden Cox would go up. He was best on ground for Burnie in their last NWFL match against Devonport.
Very good point.
Have they got the depth to, if their top players go up into the TSL team, I think the cupboard's still pretty bare.
Can I change my tip? I've already put my tip.
Bad luck.
No, very good point, Coley. Hadn't thought about that.
But it'll still be close because Smithton are woeful on the road.
Yes.
Couple of kicks either way, but they've only got to travel for an hour. I reckon that they can really give it a shake.
Toss of the coin.
Yep.
Last game of the round on a Sunday this week. Bradley, you'll be heading along to this one. Double header for you. Latrobe versus Devonport at Latrobe.
Yeah, I think Latrobe should win. But Devonport showed some signs against Burnie in the Coastal Derby that they'll be okay. They've just got to get some more players back, and I think Mark Lowe was looking forward to getting a few more senior players back this week after a much needed break. But I still think Latrobe just too strong. I think they're playing a new style of football, a lot more contested ball, a lot tougher football.
They haven't done much wrong. They've only lost the one game this year, isn't it?
Yeah, no, they're playing a tough brand of football, Latrobe, and I think Devonport's still got those under 18 kids, 19-year-old kids who still can get pushed off the ball a bit easier. And I think Latrobe will. Devonport might be competitive for a quarter or two.
Well, yeah, last time they played, it was pretty close up until half time, then ended up almost being 100 points.
Yeah,
so.
Especially, and Latrobe can keep getting up forward. So Corey Bissett this year's having a really good year for the Demons. I think he's kicked about 30 goals this year, and between him and Callum McCall, they're really kicking some goals for the D's this year.
Yeah, no, well, I think that's it, boys, for another week.
No good call, bad call?
Have you got one you want to get off your chest?
Not particularly.
Something about the Bombers?
Oh, the Bombers are horrific.
Good call, bad call. The Bombers may as well start their pre-season 2016 call.
Is that an ad-lib call?
It is.
I think so.
Yeah, I'm well off them call at the moment. The Bombers on Saturday night were horrendous. I had to turn over at half time.
What do they need to do, Coley? What's going on? They got no.
Their ball movement's horrendous.
The
They've got two forwards that look like they've only picked up a football for the first time that week. They can't kick for goal.
Forward line though.
They look slow.
They need to get you up there, mate.
No small forwards. Chappie's cooked. BJ got our Talks good game. Yeah, I'm starting to really doubt my man Hurdy at the moment.
Keep the faith, Carl.
I'm nearly off him.
Keep the faith.
Oh well.
Boys, we'll be back again next week to talk footy, and for all your local footy stories, pick up the copy of the paper each day.